Hi guys, welcome to Soho House, West Hollywood. I'm sitting here with my love and business partner, Johanna Hoof.
Hi people.
We just thought we would jump on and maybe share the founding story of Logcast. A lot of you guys are on the platform today, which is so exciting, and we have launched Logcast now globally, around the world, and we thought it was maybe time to share the story of Logcast. Should we maybe take it right back to 2018 in Stockholm? Please let everyone know what you were doing at the time.
This was pre-Lenny.
Yep.
Pre-life as I knew it.
Yep.
No, but I had a podcasting agency called With Hoof, and I was producing podcasts for creators, celebrities, podcasters in Scandinavia. I mean, we went and sat every day in the podcasting studio producing these hero podcast episodes, and it was super fun. But I also saw firsthand how these amazing artists and creators sat for hours to produce this podcast, and then I got paid to edit it for hours, and then we ran around in Stockholm to find people to actually sponsor the episode so we could make money out of it. And
Yeah.
At the same time, I mean, this was like 1 or 2 full-on working days. And spoiler alert.
For every episode.
Yes. And spoiler alert, when we divided all of it, it wasn't that much money that came back to the artists.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we can go after the studio for lunch, and they could pick up their phone and be like, start recording something. And I'm like, wait, what is that? What are you doing? You just recorded something that is so much more like in the moment, so much fun and so much more interesting what you actually just sat there, paid a lot of money to record in a studio.
Yeah.
So we went into these voice notes in iPhone and be like, okay, shit. This is more interesting. This is actually more live on the go.
Mm-hmm.
So the concept of logging started right there and then. And
Wow.
that's also the time where I met you.
Yeah.
And I started to talk to you about how these short form logs started to perform, because we actually started to trying out to post them on Spotify and start releasing them, and how these were actually performing much better than the hero podcasts. And I think you almost like put your hands in my face and you were like, stop right there. Won't release anything more to Spotify. This is like, podcasting is done. This is the next generation.
One of my favorite stories that you often tell is when you were in a toilet in an airport and you were rushing there because she had a podcast that was due, so she went into the toilet cubicle with like 3 laptops and a big podcast mic and all of these cords to urgently record a podcast before it was due, and there was people like banging on the door and a line down the hallway. And this podcast episode, which had so much time, so much money, so much resources put into it, went on Spotify, and then the 5 little minute clips that you used to record on your iPhone or get the guests of the podcast to do perform so much better, like Jay just said. So when she told me this, we kind of knew something was wrong and this was a completely broken system and that we should do something about it.
Yeah. And I think from the beginning we realized that no, we're not having advertisement on the platform, and we want to do things differently. And I know from the beginning 2 years ago we started talking about how can the people we work with, how can we give the power back to creators?
Yeah.
How can we make them own the content and actually monetize directly with their fans?
Absolutely, and I think that's a really good segue into maybe giving a short introduction of how to use Logcast and what's coming up for Logcast. So right now, today, Logcast is a social network for audio creators. We make the concept of podcasting really easy and instant. On Logcast, with one tap, you can record your voice and share it instantly with the world. We also make audio content social for the first time. We really believe that the future of audio is collaborative. So co-listening or co-recording, small interest groups sharing their thoughts, documenting their journeys or creative processes. So on Logcast, you can share a thought, an idea, or a statement. You can document a creative journey, like if you're a music artist, you can actually log the making of your new album, bringing your fans and your community into that. You often say something about the world today is all about the final product.
Yeah, I mean, in the music industry, entertainment industry as a whole, everything is about the final product. The book, the album, the art piece, it's all about actually creating the perfect picture on Instagram. But I think everyone can relate to stories, and everyone think it's pretty interesting to actually hear the journey of the creative process and behind the scenes. And as you hear by the word logging, it's a logbook. It's about logging your journey. So instead of going into a studio, produce for hours and then release one time, we invite everyone to take part of the creative process, and we want people to log 10 times per day. But we do it seamlessly, because to take up this thing every time, directly it becomes a barrier to do something.
Yeah, of course.
So we have created it seamlessly, so you should be able to just pick up your smartphone and say, "Hey Siri, log this." Not now, Siri. And
or even through your AirPods.
Yeah, and you can just go about and be like, "Hey Siri, log this," and you can start sharing what you think of in the shower if you have AirPods in your shower. But you get the picture, and we want more and more for people to actually use this as the interface and communicate with things that is connected, instead of jumping into this square.
Yeah, and it's funny when you think that the media evolution has almost done this full 360. I mean, language is what makes us human. Someone said the other day that language is the first weapon that you pull out in a conflict, and I just thought that was so powerful. And Johanna and I are both so excited, and we feel such a deep responsibility to bring the world back to how we were supposed to communicate, by creating a social network, by creating a platform that really mirrors the ebb and flow of a natural conversation. So on Logcast, you can share your life, but not through pictures and videos like you do on Instagram, but by sharing your thoughts. On my channel, I log about my favorite restaurants, I do food reviews, I document the journey building Logcast. What do you log about?
I log too much about Logcast because that's my life. But I'm also a massive, I just love adventure and extreme sports. So I do mountaineering and I go diving. So I log when I do crazy things.
I remember one log of yours. I think you were in a blizzard or something in northern Sweden. So check out her. It's the first time someone's ever recorded like a mini podcast in the middle of a blizzard in the Swedish forest. That's pretty cool. But this is what we mean. We really want to encourage everyone to share moments live as they're happening. Not save these stories for a week later when you go into the podcast studio to record your podcast. We don't believe, we're not here to kill podcasting. We really believe in it, and we believe that there's a place for that and it's here to stay. Yeah. But what Logcast is for, sharing those moments live as they're happening. For the first time, I can share my day with my community without worrying about how I look, because it's not a video, it's not Instagram stories. I don't need to sit there and write the perfect 140 character tweet. I can just authentically be myself and sit back and talk to you guys.
Yeah. And you can just log in, and for you who know, you know what I mean by that.
We also have direct messaging in Logcast, which we call DL, direct log. So you can message another creator. You just click the DL button on your homepage news playlist to message that creator directly, to join the conversation, give them some feedback, let them know your take on their latest log. We also have a discovery feed, which basically shows you guys the coolest new content on Logcast. You can browse through categories like news or family and love, health and wellness. So dive in, meet some of our founding creators on Logcast.
And one thing that I use a lot, and I think people shouldn't miss, because not everyone is a content creator, and we want everyone to jump in here. And we have created a thing where you can actually publish your logs privately. So it's a way for you to organize your thoughts. Instead of typing a diary, you can actually share your thoughts, your dreams, anything for yourself. Keep it privately. And then maybe in 1 year you want to publish it as a book or audiobook or whatever. But
And probably the most exciting update of this whole video is we are soon launching a whole suite of monetization tools where we help creators take back ownership and make money on their audio. So soon you will be able to actually lock a log behind a paywall where you guys set the price and you sell it directly to your fans. And we also have something very, very exciting in the NFT space coming for you, but we are not quite ready to announce that one soon, but stay tuned.
Stay tuned. Cool. Last thing, keep out your eyes up for a concept called Logcast, because right now we go city by city, country by country, and collecting all amazing creators around the world in houses, castles actually, to join conversations and understand what Logos is. So the next one is in Helsinki in beginning of December.
See you guys there. But thanks for dropping by our LA home. We are looking forward to meeting each and every one of you very soon.
Did we even say our names?
No, I'm Lenny Andronicus.
I'm Johanna Hoof, and thank you for being here. See you soon.